What if I told you one of the NBA's biggest stars may have quietly pocketed $28 million for a job he never even showed up to? And what if that money wasn't just about business, but a secret move to cheat the NBA's salary cap? Today, we're diving into the shocking reports surrounding Kawhi Leonard, the Los Angeles Clippers, and an alleged under-the-table deal that could rock the league just like the Joe Smith scandal did decades ago. Buckle up, because this story mixes money, power, and the future of one of the NBA's biggest franchises. When Kawhi Leonard left the Toronto Raptors fresh off a historic championship run in 2019, the basketball world was stunned. Fresh off an NBA Finals MVP, he had the entire league chasing his signature. Lakers fans thought they had him locked. Raptors fans prayed he would stay. But instead, Kawhi shocked everyone and chose the Los Angeles Clippers, teaming up with Paul George in a move that instantly changed the NBA's power balance. On the surface, the move made sense. Kawhi wanted to be home in California, and the Clippers offered him a chance to build his own legacy in Los Angeles, rather than riding shotgun to LeBron James in purple and gold. He signed his max contract, played his role as the new face of the Clippers, and the team's billionaire owner, Steve Ballmer, looked like the smartest man in the room. But now, new reports suggest that Kawhi's deal with the Clippers might have come with a hidden twist, a secret endorsement deal through a Ballmer-backed company, one that allegedly paid Kawhi $28 million for a job he never actually performed. Think about that for a second. $28 million. No commercials, no campaigns, no billboards, no social media posts, nothing. Just money flowing from one company tied to the Clippers into Kawhi's pockets. And if the reports are true, this wasn't just sloppy business. It might have been a deliberate attempt to circumvent NBA salary cap rules, one of the league's most unforgivable sins. Here's where things get wild. A recent report by journalist Pablo Torre claims to have uncovered legal documents that show Kawhi Leonard had a $28 million endorsement deal with a company called Aspiration. Now, Aspiration was marketed as a tree brokerage company, essentially a green-friendly investment firm. Sounds harmless, right? But here's the catch. Aspiration was heavily funded by Steve Ballmer, the Clippers' billionaire owner. Torre said this wasn't a business deal. This was money funneled into a Kawhi-owned company, KL2 Aspire LLC, under the guise of marketing payments. The problem? Kawhi never once appeared in an ad campaign, never wore the logo, never promoted the company on social media, never even showed up for a photo shoot. The contract itself even had a clause stating Leonard could decline to proceed with any action desired by the company. In plain English, Kawhi could do nothing and still get paid. And here's where the red flags go off. Another clause reportedly tied those payments directly to Kawhi staying on the Clippers roster. That's not a sponsorship. That's an off-the-books salary boost. Former employees of Aspiration even confirmed to Torre that inside the company, this was openly described as a way to circumvent the salary cap. One whistleblower, their voice disguised, literally said it was to circumvent the salary cap. Lol. Now, for longtime NBA fans, this sounds eerily familiar. Remember the Minnesota Timberwolves and Joe Smith scandal back in 1999? The Wolves tried to hide a secret deal to pay Smith less up front with promises of bigger contracts later. And when the NBA found out, the punishment was brutal. They lost 3 first-round draft picks. That punishment crippled their franchise for years. The Clippers? They've been here before too. Back in 2019, during Kawhi's free agency, the NBA actually investigated his camp, especially his advisor, Uncle Dennis Robertson, for allegedly asking for under-the-table perks like private planes, houses, and guaranteed sponsorships. At the time, the NBA said they didn't find hard evidence. But now, with this paper trail tied to Aspiration, the league has every reason to dig deeper. And if the Clippers are guilty, the hammer could fall hard. Loss of draft picks, fines, even voided contracts. Adam Silver has made it clear in the past. Salary cap cheating is a cardinal sin. But this isn't just about rules. It's about trust. It's about the integrity of the game. If the Clippers really found a way to secretly pay Kawhi outside the system, What message does that send to every other star player in the league? So where does this leave us? For Kawhi Leonard, this scandal is a direct challenge to his carefully built image as a quiet, businesslike superstar. He's not a loud personality. He's not drama-driven. But this could tie his name to one of the biggest financial controversies in NBA history. For Steve Ballmer and the Clippers, the stakes are even higher. This is a franchise that has spent the last decade trying to shake off decades of dysfunction. They built a shiny new arena, they've marketed themselves as the other LA team ready to rival the Lakers, and they've spent billions assembling star power. But if the NBA finds they bent the rules to keep Kawhi happy, their credibility is shattered. And for the league itself, this could be a defining moment. Remember, the NBA has built its entire modern structure around fairness and parity. Salary caps, luxury taxes, collective bargaining. If teams can just funnel money through side companies and call it endorsement, the system collapses. The truth is, we don't know how this story will end. The Clippers deny everything. The NBA hasn't made an official statement yet. But history tells us, if the evidence is there, punishment will be severe. And for fans? Well, this is the kind of drama that reminds us the NBA isn't just about what happens on the court. It's about power, politics, and the high-stakes chess game behind closed doors. And that's where we stand with this shocking Clippers scandal. Did Kawhi Leonard really pocket $28 million for doing nothing? Is Steve Ballmer's empire about to face the same punishment that destroyed the Timberwolves decades ago? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, this story is far from over. If you want to stay ahead of every twist and turn in this investigation, don't miss what's coming next. I'm breaking down the latest NBA rumors, trades, and shocking player moves in my next video, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. So before you head out, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell icon so you're the first to know when news drops, and check out this video right here. Point to next video thumbnail. Because if the NBA actually cracks down on the Clippers, the entire league could change overnight. I'll see you there. Imagine this. It's week 1. You've spent all off-season dreaming about this. Your survivor pool, your shot at glory, your shot at bragging rights, and maybe a little cash. You lock in your pick, you feel good, and then, by 4:25 p.m. on Sunday, your team loses. You're out. The dream is over before it even began. Just like that. Sound of a record scratch? Outwit, outplay, outlast. That's the motto. But to win your NFL Survivor Pool, the first and most important step is to not screw up week 1. Welcome in, folks. Today, we're diving deep into the only week 1 Survivor strategy guide you'll need to survive and advance.